the mask and the mirror. You can look at yourself, you can look at each other, or you can look at the face of your God. This is the mirror. This is the last piece of art Leonardo da Vinci created. And if we put a mirror up to it, we actually see some truths. And this tells us that we are only seeing half-truths in this reality. Put a mirror up to this piece and you actually see the face of a God or a man with two crosses, which makes the letter H. And if you scrunch it in just a little bit, we actually see the face of an alien. And this may be a communication that our original form was alien looking, maybe with elongated heads, and then we switched into a man. So it may be an allegorical story, a secret story being revealed to us. So we asked Spirit what was being held inside Trina's body, stuck. And we saw a mirror. This mirror makes the shape of the letter O, and it looks like an egg. It's the Ouroboros snake eating his own tail. And it's a mirror. Inside the mirror is a unicorn and a dragon with his head cut off, a man sitting in the eye of the needle like a boat, and a wave coming over with a spiral. Trina is standing there with her third eye being activated like a wand by the unicorn, and is standing in front of a mirror that has the letter G. The person in the boat is waving a surrender flag. And so I'm going to help explain what these metaphors and allegories and symbologies mean, and what does it mean for Trina, and what does it mean for all of us if we are going through our mirror phase. To get to the mirror phase, we go through growing pains. We begin to awaken to things that are false within us, within our family, some things that just seem out of balance. And like Alice in Wonderland, we come to a precipice when we have to fight the dragon. Now, I don't agree that we should cut the dragon's head off. I think that the dragon can serve us. So like Harry Potter, Harry fought the dragon and stole the egg. I think Harry Potter should have realized that this golden egg was already within him. He didn't have to fight the dragon for it. But because he believed something that was false, he had to fight and exert a lot of his energy. Because this golden egg reflects the pineal gland that must be activated like an antenna within us. And it's like a divine order of God. So like the movie Avatar, when the main character began to hear that voice of the Great Mother, suddenly he had to fight the dragon, but then he used the dragon because Spirit told him to. Spirit said, dominate this dragon and use this dragon to bring balance to his world and defeat the narcissism that was really killing and destroying all that was natural. The never-ending story with Bastian seeing Atreyu in the mirror is a reflection that we have a higher self that we must marry, like a mirror. Mary has 2 R's, mirror has 2 R's. And when we marry our higher self, like a unicorn, a holy dove, maybe a god or a goddess, we become half flesh, half spirit, and we should see that as a reflection in our mirror. And if we don't, it's because we have pain. So Harry Potter didn't see himself as great in the mirror. He saw his pain, and what he saw was the pain that he had lost his mom and dad, and he felt abandoned. He had the spirit of abandonment. But Ron Weasley didn't have the spirit of abandonment. When he saw himself in the mirror, he said, bloody hell, I look good. So he saw his lion. And so that was his higher self, and he was more balanced than Harry Potter. So it really takes confidence, it really takes healing, and it really takes accepting our divinity and knowing beyond the shadow of a doubt that we are on a timeline that is dominated by a divine order of God, and this voice leads us in a divine way, and it is attached to us like an invisible animal, like a unicorn. The mirror holds many secrets. Water is a mirror, And shamans believe you can put a mirror underwater and stare at it, and you can bounce your consciousness to another realm. But this is for a master. It's not something that those of us who are still in the Vesica Pisces, the belly of the whale, and in the school of Hogwarts, basically, those of us still learning from the seven spirits of God, it's not our time to do things like that. But the truths of it are being revealed to us, that we have the ability to bounce our consciousness to a parallel world, because our consciousness is connected like paper dolls. And the paper dolls connect us from one realm to the other. So we see someone who is in the eye of the needle surrendering. This is a time of our lives when we surrender and we begin to hear the all-seeing eye. The eye of the needle, the Vesica Pisces, and the belly of the whale. And we are coming out of the spiral that looks like a wave. We're walking the golden ratio and growing our spirit. It does take surrendering. Defeating or cutting the head off the dragon is basically defeating all that is false within us, the lies, the narcissism, and wanting to be self-important or controls, or even getting rid of operating thetans or dark spirits off of our spirit and purifying ourselves like the white unicorn. And when we do this, we go through this phase here. This is the belly of the whale, the eye of the needle, the Vesica Pisces. And this is a place of learning. In order to learn here, we have to balance the left and the right. We cannot be polarized by the sun or the moon. We have to be in the center, male and female, Adam and Eve. And this mirror phase is something that you really can't push. You have to be called to it. The mirror will come to you. You will look in it. You will either see the self that is false, or you will see what Ron Weasley saw. Bloody hell, I look good. And so here you see yourself as this beautiful unicorn, and the phases that you've gone through. And where you are right now, you're just now opening your pineal gland. You're just now hearing the voice of spirit. You don't see yourself as the unicorn yet. So you just need a little confidence. And make sure you watch the video that I sent of the song that I wrote, Never Give Up on Yourself. This is about stepping into your truth and into your divinity with confidence, remembering who you are and how much you've worked for this. So the snake eating its own tail is false. We do not have to rebirth in the same timeline over and over. We don't have to be reborn in the age of Pisces over and over. We can bounce to Aquarius. We can bounce to different ages. And the truth is in the mirror. So here is the book of life. And the book of life is opened to us. And you can bounce from page to page because the pages are all connected on one book. In the center is a God that is receiving messages from all worlds, not just one, from all ages and from all timelines. The body of the God makes a compass. This is the master architect. Becoming a master magician is knowing how to quantum jump and timeline shift through your consciousness, through our collective consciousness even. And having a collective consciousness does not take away our individuality. A collective consciousness is a group of people that are no longer a spiritual virus because of lies and falseness. The ones who are still stuck in the lies and the falseness, they cannot connect with truth because they are stuck in lies. So I encourage all of you, look into the mirror, and what do you see? I hope you say, bloody hell, I look good.